In this video tutorial, I will show how to properly open a new standard definition project in Edius with the correct project settings, and also how to change a high definition project to standard definition. This is important because if you are working in an HD project and attach it to a show's rundown, the video will not be formatted correctly. Our Bit Central system needs video to be in standard definition before attaching. When you sit down to edit a new project, double-click Edius and then click on New Project. Give your project a name, usually the date first, and then your name, and then the story name. Then select the folder you wish to work in. I selected Projects here. Here are the project options on my computer. The amount of options you have may be different, but let me explain what all these mean. The first project setting is for HD video with a resolution of 1440 by 1080. This is not a normal setting, so be sure not to use this. The next setting is for HD video with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. This setting is needed to produce HD video for commercials, promos, and programming. But for news, this is what is causing the video to be improperly formatted. If you are editing video for news, do not use this setting or any other HD setting. The next setting is what you need to use every time you are editing for news. It shows it's an SD project with a resolution of 720 by 480 and also 16 by 9. Now 720 by 480 means it's standard definition, and 16 by 9 means it's widescreen. The next setting looks almost the same. SD with a resolution of 720 by 480, but you see here it's a 4 by 3 project, and this should never be used for news. And the last project setting is HD 1280 by 720, and also shouldn't be used unless you know that that's the output setting you need. Okay, so now we know to click on the SD 720 by 480 16 by 9 setting, and then we can click OK. And next I'm going to find some video in the Day folder. I'll clip out some in and outs and drag it to the timeline. Now if you're already in a project and you're not sure if your settings are correct, you can go to the settings at the top and click on Project Settings. Here you can see your resolution is 720 by 480. Now if you're in an HD project, this would say 1920 by 1080 or possibly another high resolution. I'll click on the HD setting so you can see what I mean. Next I'm going to open a project that I already know is an HD project, and I'll show you how to change the settings to SD so that it will work for news and attach properly. So I've got my project open, and I can go to the top and click Settings and then Project Settings, and in this window you can see it's 1920 by 1080, meaning it's HD. So to change the settings to SD, click SD 720 by 480 and be sure it's 16 by 9, and then click OK. That's all that needs to be done, and you can double check it by clicking Settings, Project Settings, and we see that the resolution changed to 720 by 480. Your project can now be properly attached to a news rundown. This concludes the tutorial on how to choose the correct project settings in Edius 6.5.